Hello, today I'm here to deliver a speech about Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Gabriel Garcia Marquez is an important figure in Latin American culture and literature. The main points that will be discussed today will be Marquez's backstory, accomplishments, and impact, as well as education. First, for education, Marquez attended a Jesuit school to study law and graduated in 1947. After that, Marquez stayed in Bogota to study at the National University of Colombia, and one of his hobbies was reading fiction, which he did for the majority of his time. In 1948, the murder of liberal leader George Eliezer Gaitán caused a wave of violence known as El Bogotazo, which interrupted Marquez's law studies. So he moved to Cartagena and went to the University of Cartagena. Marquez was born in Aracataca, Colombia. He was also the eldest of 11 children. He also went to a Jesuit boarding school in Bogota. When his grandfather died, he was only 9 years old, so he moved in with his parents after that. He studied law at first, but then abandoned that so he could work as a journalist and writer. For his accomplishments, Marquez was the first Colombian to win a Nobel Prize. His first editions sold millions of copies. By the time he received the Nobel Prize, he was already wide known, and his work was translated over 200 languages, in over 20 languages. His most well known work was 100 Years of Solitude, and the impact he had was that he was one of the most recognized Hispanic writers. He also had a big influence in Colombian culture. He is also the father of magical realism, and he made it more popular. And magical realism is basically fusing actual world events with magical events, which can be seen in one of his works. Actually, his most famous work, 100 Years of Solitude. He is also a central figure in Latin American boom. He heavily inspired Latin American literature. And all this information was found on NobelPrize.org. Why Gabriel Garcia Marquez? He is an important figure in Latin American culture. He's also a very big influence in Colombian culture and a major inspiration for many writers beyond Latin American. I also read 100 Years of Solitude 5 years ago when I was 11 years old, and I really enjoyed reading that book. It just gave me a sense of magical realism, connecting it to this, and he should also be respected and remembered as one of the most influential writers in Latin American literature and beyond that. Thank you. My name is Ernesto Lugo.